I will be sharing with you all a bomb recipe now. This recipe happens to come from my father. This is one of his many oxtail recipes. Yes, oxtails. Wait a minute. Oxtails in a pressure cooker? I'm telling y'all, these gonna be so bomb. So you no longer have to wait until Sunday to make them oxtails. You don't gotta worry about getting up at 8 in the morning, and you can make them during the week because this recipe is so bomb, y'all. And they come out delicious in a pressure cooker, falling off the bone. So let me go ahead and get into the ingredients and show y'all what y'all need. All right, y'all, so get ready to screenshot away because I'm about to show y'all the ingredients. So of course you will need some oxtails, and this is about a pound and a half. You will need some fresh thyme, some browning, oxtail and stew seasoning, some Jamaican hot curry powder, AllSpice, garlic salt, some accent, you know, we gotta wake up the flavor. All right, and some black pepper, soy sauce, and this is mushroom soy sauce, 3 garlic cloves, 1 onion, and waking up the flavor a little bit with some spice. A Scotch bonnet pepper, y'all. Now, that's optional, but if you're like me, I don't like spicy food like that. I like just a little kick, so we're not gonna bust it open and let them seeds come out because I don't got time to be over there sweating and all that. No. That's not me, okay? I don't have time. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean these oxtails, and I will be back to show you guys how I get down with seasoning. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna season this lightly since I'm gonna put it in the pressure cooker and a lot of the seasoning will come out. So we will focus on seasoning the water a little later on after it cooks. So that was the oxtail and stew seasoning that I just added. Now I'm adding in just a little of the hot Jamaican style curry powder. Now a little bit of AllSpice, some garlic salt, a little accent, and black pepper. And the last thing will be some of our mushroom soy sauce, just a little bit. All right. So now you just want to mix it in, get them coated. All right, so now we're about to head over to the pressure cooker. All right, guys, so as you can see, my pressure cooker actually has like some measurement. So I have the water just a little bit below 1 quart. So I'm gonna just drop these in here, and I'm gonna head over and cut up my onion and my garlic and my pepper really quick. By the way, my water is already hot. It's just not boiling because my stove is down low. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my onion, my garlic, and my Scotch bonnet pepper. Now, with the onion, you don't want to cut it up too small or too thin because remember, that pressure cooker don't play no games. So once you put it inside the pressure cooker, if it's too small, it will pretty much disappear. And the same thing with the garlic. Don't cut it too small. All right, so about this pepper, y'all. So here's what you do. I'm only cutting the skin off the pepper, little pieces of the skin, and trust me, that's all you need. Whatever you do, do not get those seeds in there, y'all, because it will be really spicy and you will know. So I'm just cutting my onions up a little bit, and I'm about to head over to the pressure cooker. So I'm just adding in a little bit more water. You want your water to be right above the meat, just like this. Now I'm adding in the fresh thyme, the onions, garlic, and the Scotch bonnet peppers. I'm only adding in half the onions and half the garlic now, And when my oxtails are done, I will add in the rest of the onions and the rest of the garlic while it's simmering. This is how much I have left over. Woo! Smelling good already, y'all. So now you want to turn your stove up high so that way you can bring your water to a boil. So now that my water is boiling vigorously like this, I can now put the lid on to start building my pressure. So I'm going to put the lid on and make sure you guys lock it. You will see the sides go in once I lock it. Okay. So my stove is on a medium-high heat until my indicator pops up. Now that my indicator is up, that means I have enough pressure. I will turn my stove down to a medium-low heat. Meanwhile, I will keep my pressure cooker on a high pressure, and this is the way it should sound. So my oxtails cook for 55 minutes, and if you have this size, you at least want to cook them for 45 minutes to an hour. Now remember, if you have bigger oxtails, you probably will have to cook them a little bit longer. So my oxtails are done. They are nice and tender, as you can see. They are soft and they could fall right off the bone. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer them over into my Dutch oven pot, and I'm going to cut up my onions just a little bit more, and I will be adding in the remaining onions and garlic. I absolutely love onions, so if this is too much for you, you can always add in less. So before you add any seasoning, it's best to taste it just to see where it's at. I know I like to, because this is where the flavor comes in. So I just added in some oxtail and stew seasoning, a little bit of mushroom soy sauce, and now some browning. Now the amount of the browning determines on how dark you want your sauce. And now some accent. Stir it in very well, that way you can get your seasonings mixed in. So now I'm going to thicken my gravy using a little starch, and instead of adding water to it, what I like to do is take some of the gravy out because it has the flavor in it, and it's just gonna go right back in the pot anyway. So take some out, and if the onions get in there, that's fine. So it's about 1/3 cup. Now I'm going to mix the cornstarch in, and that's the brand I'm using. I'm probably going to take about 2 tablespoons and add this in slowly and give it some time because it will thicken as it's boiling. So see, about 2 tablespoons, guys. So you want to mix it in. And after you mix it in very well, you want to pour it in. So you can add this in slowly, like I was saying. If you pour it in and you wait a few minutes and it's not thick enough, then you can add more in, but don't add too much in because it will thicken up on you guys and you will have no gravy and you will be like, what the heck is going on? So I suggest to add that in slowly. After you add the cornstarch, you want to definitely give it a really good mix. So after everything is in, I'm going to go ahead and taste it. And it's perfect, y'all. It don't need nothing at all. Wow, it's perfect. I nailed that. So I'm going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes. That way my gravy can thicken up and my onions and my garlic can soften up. All right, y'all. So these oxtails are all done, and this is how they came out. I mean, they smell so good, y'all. I outdid myself with this one. They look delicious. So the oxtails are done, and that pressure cooker don't play no games, y'all. It literally cuts down the cooking time about 3 to 4 hours, and that took what, 55 minutes, a little bit over an hour. So that is the way to go, especially when you're in a rush to make them or you don't feel like waiting. Try this recipe, y'all. But anywho, let's go ahead and get into these oxtails. Oh my God, y'all, these are so good. Oh my God. They just melt in your mouth. Like, they are so so flavorful and they're so tender, like you barely have to chew them. These oxtails is the bomb as usual. Now, even if you don't have a pressure cooker, you guys can still try this recipe. They will still come out amazing as long as you use the same ingredients. So you can use a Dutch pot or a regular old pot. You know, it's gonna take some time, but you will still get the same results. So don't worry, you're still good. You can still try this recipe because I'm giving it a thumbs up myself. This recipe is the bomb, y'all. It's good. So I'm gonna taste this little tiny one and it's so tender. Right off the bone, y'all. One bite. All right, so if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? Come on, subscribe, because you're gonna miss out. And these recipes just keep getting more delicious by the minute. Each recipe get more delicious than the last. So go ahead and subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you're feeling this recipe, and leave a comment down below if you have tried it, or if you like it, you know, let me know. So don't forget to turn on your post notification bells. That way you can stay updated with Divas recipes. And y'all know the deal. I will see y'all later. Bye.